Hi everyone, I'm Ken from CryptoTradingKS. If you're new, welcome, and welcome back to our KS family. This is a Real Wealth series video focusing on strength follows setbacks. In our community, there are many people dealing with life pullbacks. It's so important to understand that the sun will come out again. There is always hope, and our love and healing thoughts are with you. You are not alone with what you're going through at the moment. Life can feel very turbulent sometimes. It's almost like you're on this sea, just clinging onto the boat for dear life. Everything around you feels like it's imploding. You can have lost loved ones. You can be separated from others that you love through no fault of your own. You could have lost your job or be in conflict with once close friends. Perhaps your children aren't talking to you, or for example, you're not talking to your parents, even though you love them. Sometimes life makes us feel like there's no way out, that things are just going to get darker and darker and darker, and we can turn to all sorts of covering behaviors, even addictions, to just make us feel momentarily fixed. But we know that's not the case. We need to deal with whatever it is. And when people feel trapped, when they feel hopeless and helpless, that's really, really difficult. There is something that I would like to share with you that could be of assistance. Diversions are promotions. Whatever you're going through, the greater the diversion, the greater the promotion, the greater the setback, the greater the setup. The sun will definitely come out again, and this is just the universe's way of actually strengthening you on your path to fulfill your destiny, but certainly it doesn't feel like that sometimes. I'd like to talk to you today about a positive life trend. As we go through life, we need increasing levels of strength to unlock our purpose and destiny, and that takes a lot of time. We will naturally run into overhead resistance, setbacks, diversions that will push us away from where we intend to go. That actual process is the process of accumulating strength. When we accumulate strength, we feel we're getting further and further away from where we think we need to be. These diversions, these resistances, setbacks, always accumulate strength, and they're helping us to look inward as to what is really important in our life. Many times we can go through sickness, loss, so many horrible things and feel that it will never end. But always know, always remember, the sun will come out again. What is actually happening as you are being set up and supported for a promotion? You will reach a level of support where you can actually shine. You'll go past your previous level of strength, just like a crypto, and then hit another level of resistance. You'll get another diversion and setback. You will accumulate more strength to be promoted, to be set up and supported for your strength curve to reach your purpose and destiny. I'd like to share a beautiful story with you about Ole Kirk Christensen. What an incredible man this was. Ole was the father of 5 children and a woodworker. He created wooden toys. Ole later formed what would become Lego. His wife actually died in 1932, and he was hit very hard by the Great Depression. His business slipped into bankruptcy. He had to raise 4 children, and his wife had passed away, but he refused to stop producing toys. It's really interesting that the word Lego comes from legot, which means play well. Ole had a major setback, of course, losing his wife and having to look after the kids. His setback with the bankruptcy of his business, but he refused a bailout loan. He continued down the path. He viewed setbacks as set-ups. He said, "You must make a choice between carpentry and toys. Did I find the real answer for life?" It's really beautiful. Despite the hardship, he maintained his business through the Great Depression and also the occupation of Denmark through Germany's forces in World War II. In 1942, Ole's factory burnt down and he lost everything. His entire stock, all the blueprints for his toys. But did he give up? Absolutely not. He viewed that setback as a setup. Of course, it was a tremendously bad time to go through, but this is the way that he looked at life. That fire, that electrical fire, was actually a setup because Ole said, I need to move away from wood and find a plastic alternative. That's when he came across the mold injection machine that would become the standard for building Lego bricks. Without that electrical fire, without that pullback in life, he would have never passed the resistance that he was under. This is not the first time that Ole actually dealt with a fire that burned down his factory. His business was almost destroyed when his sons were just playing around and they caused a fire to break out because they were playing with the wood shavings. Because of that, he lost his workshop and his family home. That was indeed a setback, but it was an ultimate setup. I'd like to contextualize it in a little bit of a chart that I've put together for you. A positive life trend, I talk about it all the time in crypto. It's one thing to make money, but if your life trend isn't positive, you won't enjoy whatever wealth you create. Having a positive life trend is really, really important in life. You will always get resistances, just like a crypto. You will always seek support, just like a crypto. You'll get resistance and support on your path to your purpose and destiny. What is actually happening here? You are gaining in strength every single time you have this pullback, this diversion. It's a path to promotion. Perhaps you can refer back to Ole's story, the founder of Lego. What an incredible person. He saw the resistance, the diversion, the setback, the loss of his factory, the loss of his home. And then he had the loss of his wife. He had to look after his 4 children, which later became 5. And then he lost his business again, the Great Depression. He went bankrupt. Then his factory burnt down again. All the time, he never ever gave up. He was just increasing in strength every time, saying, the sun will come out again. I will triumph, and so will you. Ole was incredibly kind. He kept his business going because of his allegiance and care for his staff. He didn't want to let them go. He didn't want to disappoint them. He wanted to make sure that they were looked after. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. What a wonderful person. Your purpose and destiny is always the same. It's the spreading of kindness, empathy, and caring. It's about contribution and sharing, making the world a better place in some small fashion, just with the combination of your unique background and your unique skills. Just like Ole did, he helped millions and millions of children to play well. Who knows what incredible things are in you? And whatever your success, however much your success is now, it could be amazing what is to come. Every single person's contribution into this world is deeply, deeply meaningful. It doesn't matter how small or how large that contribution is. Know that we need it. We need you. You may be dealing with sickness, the loss of a loved one, separation from family, relationship breakdowns, conflict, addiction, sadness. There are so many things in this life that we can focus on from a negative perspective. But if you think about someone like Ole, what a beautiful role model. What CryptoTradingKS is all about is gaining new ways of thinking, how to turn adversity into a positive life and a beautiful future. Every day we talk about real wealth, maintaining a positive excellence life trend. There are 2 types of excellence, negative and positive. Positive excellence is about integrity and decency, kindness, courage and honor, fearlessness, but most of all, inner and outer peace, empathy and love. And real wealth, of course, goes in hand with money. I hope you can see that just having a setback in life is a setup. Strength follows setbacks. It's often said that only in the darkness can you see the stars. When we have setbacks, the lights can go out, absolutely. We can feel lost. A way out is to shine the light of kindness on others, trying to be the rainbow in somebody else's cloud. They say that happiness can never be diminished when shared, and that's a really beautiful thing to focus on. There's always something to be happy about. You just have to dig sometimes to find it. Pullbacks reveal your destiny. What an incredible thing. All the things that happened to Ole, if they didn't happen to him, we wouldn't have Lego right now. And how many millions of children would be sad? Lego is an amazing, amazing invention. How fascinating when you go to the Lego shop and you actually look down the bottom at their history and everything. Only the best is good enough. That is positive excellence. That is Ole's legacy. Lego headquarters is in Denmark. What a beautiful legacy one person left, and of course his family. Look at this. This is just beautiful. We can see Lego. Lego house looks like Legos. How cool is that on you, Ole? Look at the contribution here. Lego house there. Legoland Resort. It's just magnificent. It all started with a toy manufacturer, a carpenter, who decided to make toys for his children. It was started with love. You can see that Lego house is a 12,000 square meter building filled with 25 million Lego bricks. Wow. Think about the contribution that this one person made simply because he wanted to make toys. What an incredible contribution, and what an incredible legacy. We can see most definitely pullbacks reveal your destiny. Strength does follow setbacks, but we have to view those setbacks in the correct light. Hopefully, whatever you're going through can be looked at with new eyes. We all encounter resistance and diversions and setbacks in life, but that is simply to grow strength. The sun will come out again, and when you reach a level of support, you will be set up for a promotion that takes you far in advance of where you were, where you hit resistance at a previous time in your life. We are never stuck at these low levels. We may feel that from time to time, but there's always a promotion, always an advancement coming just around the corner. When it's darkest, that's just before the sun comes out. And knowing that your destiny is just about spreading kindness, empathy, and care can give you a very beautiful focus in life. It's not complex to get to your purpose and destiny. You just be the loving version of yourself that you really are. The important thing is to remember that the sun always comes out again. No matter how dark things are, improvement is just around the corner. Opportunities literally reset every day. Tomorrow or today is a better day. It's always good to start with today, if possible. You'll be amazed at how just knowing that this is a natural part of life, you can look at these pullbacks with a completely different mindset. You'll gain a new way of thinking. You're growing in strength every time. The greater the strength that you need, the greater the pullback. So if you're going through a massive pullback, wow, you must have an incredible destiny ahead of you. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you're going through a life pullback, of course, all of our thoughts and kind wishes are with you. The sun will come out again, and there's many people in the community who are suffering at the moment, especially as we get close to Christmas. Maybe just think in the back of your mind, this is strength. I'm growing in strength to reveal my destiny. It's a very good way to look at it, but actually it's absolutely correct. You are not alone, and there is always hope. I appreciate you watching, and take care, my friends.